much for joining in and saying a yes for this talk show and sharing your valuable time and coming here, sharing your experience. So, like, I would like to start with you are directing animation movies now or series. So, like, how do you feel about directing?
Yeah, so I'm currently working as animation director in Nickelodeon dedicated unit at Eccentrics, Bangalore.
Okay.
Yeah, so I recently promoted to this post. I actually had a job change.
Oh.
So I'm also new to this new opening. So actually, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I feel actually really good. Actually, I can use my all these years. I have total 20 years of experience in this field. I started my career in 2002 in 2D background.
Oh.
So yeah, I can use all this experience in this.
So 2D guys are really great into animation. Like they have a strong backbone for animation.
Yeah, actually 2D people they will have a better timing and spacings and posings and all these things.
Yes.
Like they will have they need to do is like they will have to learn this Maya settings.
Yes.
So once they get it, like they can perform very well.
Yes, yes. Just the tools are required. The fundamentals.
Yeah. Yeah, fundamentals are strong actually. Only thing is like Maya technical side also they need to learn. That's it.
So like being into directing now, so like what do you think? Like was as an animator better position for you? Like for about you, I'm talking about like how do you feel? Are you more happy with being an animator or working as an animation director?
Like I'm liking both. Like both have different perspective actually. Okay. Animator actually like if we finish our work, we can go home. But for a director or from TL level onwards, team lead, supervisor or director onwards, their work is actually dependent upon others.
Yes.
Okay. They cannot go home.
Yes,
like
yes.
Unless and until even one guy is low, also they in their team, they cannot go home. So their work is actually dependent upon them. So that's the pressure actually for from team lead level onwards. So that is the main thing. Like, but the main misconception from the artist side, from the animation side, is like from TL level onwards, they are not doing any job. They are actually freely roaming around. Like usually, there is a misconception.
Yes.
Yeah, they are not doing any work. But even I had the same thing. Like when I was a animator.
Yes.
But the actual thing is like from TL level onwards. Actually even though they are not doing much work, they are actually managing stuff, or the pressure is more. These people are the ones who actually commit the date for the upload or whatever it is. So most of my experience lies in series. So I had worked in 3 Tinkerbel movies when I was in Purana. So movie pipeline is different and series pipeline is different. Series is more of like it's a fast-paced environment.
Yes.
Like we need to complete this many minutes, every month one episode, or every 3 months, 1 episode of 20 minutes of episodes will be out.
Yes.
But in the same way, like a 1 hour or 1.5 hour movie will be done in 9 months to 1 year. So the quality difference definitely it will be there. Yeah. So coming back to
challenging, like which is more challenging, being an animator or being an animation director?
Both have challenges. Like animator is more creative. So since I was also an animator before, right? So I know what are the things needs to be ready to start a work. So those things I will have to create that environment for that animator. So that since I know what are the things would help animator, so I will help them to create that environment. So it would be easier for them. Okay. So
more of a thing, like I think being a director, so you are more dependent on the team as well. Like this is the most challenging part because
yeah, exactly.
how we bond our team to ourselves. That is the like personality check is the main thing when we go to higher levels into managing people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
So a lot of things. So not only team managing, like a lot of things. We need to have that interpersonal connection with the
yes,
artist,
yes, yes.
like since and there are a lot of things.
Yes, that
Mainly it
is
is
how. Yes,
people
that is
management.
how they will be able to understand us. Or like if we don't have that bonding, then maybe if we need them, then okay, wait for some time and finish this shot. Then they'll be like, no, I want to go home. If we have that connection, then they'll understand and they'll wait and complete it.
Yeah, definitely. Like animator's job is like, even though we are saying that it's our shot,
Mm.
end of the day, actually we are working for a client, right? Client side also we will have one director.
Mm.
We are
Yes,
actually working for that guy.
yes, yes,
So end of the day, it is his shot.
yes,
Okay. So
yes,
definitely they will be giving corrections,
yes,
and it would be completely different shot from where we have started it.
yes, absolutely.
Correct. So animator should be able to accept that thing
Mm.
and ready to change their shot and ready to accept the corrections or notes, whatever that director, or it can be internally in our studio or client side also. Like whatever it is, the animator should be able to accept those corrections. So
Mm.
we like sometimes in the movies and all, like there would be corrections up to, it may go up to 40 to 50 levels of iterations.
Yes,
So that many changes will be there in movies.
movie
So
level.
yeah, like so there is no fixed way to approach a shot, right? So
Yes,
we can animate a shot, or animator's job is like an actor's job, right? So
yes. Mhm.
that that but the problem is like we have fixed frame, like we will get the one animatics.
Mm.
So for animatics also, our client side, they are actually spending almost 6 months to get that animatics done, right? So they have also put their creative effort to get it done. So we cannot change much from this animatics. So within that frame itself, we need to put our creativity to like think out of the box, or how we need to think like how we can enhance within that limit. So that is the challenge for an animator.
Like being the director, if you look at the shot, then what is the main thing you focus on? Like what are the main things which you see that these are the things which should be must in the shot?
Like okay, it's a big question because we will look into everything,
Yes,
because
that I
everything is
know.
yeah, everything is based upon that 12 principles, and all the animators knows that also.
Yes,
But the problem is we are not implementing it properly.
implement. Yes, that is the main.
Yeah, so that is the main thing. And we might have seen some advertisements like advanced level of animation somewhere. You might have seen those kind of advertisements. The funniest thing is like there is no such thing,
Yes,
no advanced level of animation. Everything is in the basics.
yes,
So if you are strong in the basics, like you are a very good animator. That's it. It is as simple as that. If you can apply all these 12 animation principles into your shot, that shot will look great.
What I have figured out is students actually don't know how to implement that thing. Everybody knows the principles. What are the principles
Yeah.
like that we can learn, but how we can implement that principle into the shot, that is a big task for them. So
Uh,
recently also I have come across some of the students like in the webinar. So they were like they did not know how, like obviously we are not taught in the institutes and those there that how shot in the production thing is processed right from the animatics I'm talking about. So what animatics is, they were not aware about what animatics is.
okay.
Yeah. So I also felt connected that when I was learning, I did not have the same, I did not have that knowledge. I also did not have that knowledge that there is something called animatics, which we have to follow in animation. And we have to create, like, this is only the thing which we get, only one pose, two pose, just to know that, okay, this is the action or this is the scene. and then we have to do everything on our own. So I
Okay.
explained some of them that this is the process, but then I would like you also to share something like about this process, how it all begins.
Like for the beginners, actually, like applying, like as you know, squash and stretch or ease in, ease out, all these things, all these are basic. Like timing and spacing is the main thing.
Timing is
So practice, yeah, timing.
timing. We can think that okay, as a beginner, it is difficult to understand the timing, but
Yeah.
other principles need to be clear, I guess.
Yeah, like it is all the principle. Like we cannot tell that okay, this principle. If you are doing only this principle, like your shot will look great. We cannot. We
No, no,
can
no.
never say that.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
never, never.
yeah. So we have to apply all the. It is actually a mixture. Like to for study purpose of easiness of the study. Actually, they have divided it into 12 different principles. But actually, all these principles needs to be there in our shot.
So, like, how did you get into animation? Like, where you already had that mindset that I want to become an animator in the future, or you got into some
Um,
round trip, just the way I got.
I don't know. Okay, I always I was so much fascinated with the movies, and one of my cousin was into animation. That time in 2002, you know, like animation wasn't that much boom, so only 2D was there,
Yes.
only Crest, DQ, and I started my career in Toons Animations, Trivandrum, in Kerala. Yeah. So one of my cousin was there. So I went to get his portfolio back. So that's how I came to know, okay, there is a field like this. And I saw the studio and all, I liked it.
Okay.
And I applied it. That time they used to give a test. And if you are performing well, they will grab you and give you a stipend. It was like that.
Yeah, test is the main thing. Like now, also in 3D, also test is there. But yeah.
Yeah.
So earlier, like, were you into graduation or directly?
Yeah. I'm a engineering dropout. I didn't complete my engineering. So
Yeah, the
I
same.
was my interest was more into art side. So
Why do we get
I
into engineering? I don't understand. I am the same.
yeah.
Earlier in my first episode as well, I was talking to Mr. Prashant. He is also a mechanical engineer, and then he came into
Okay.
animation. I am also. I was into a mechanical engineering, and first year, then I dropped off from engineering, and then I came into animation.
Yeah. The same thing. Like after some time, I came to know, okay, this is not my cup of tea. Like
Yeah,
I should be working something more creative.
yeah. Maybe there should be, like, now I feel that yes, there is a need of counseling for students so that they can get on track at the very beginning, so they have a lot of time for working on that one field. So suppose if we
Yeah.
come to know this thing about in 10th standard or 12th standard, then we have a lot of time to understand those things and implement as well.
Yeah.
So like coming to age of 23, 21, 23, then almost we can understand a lot of stuff about whatever domain we are in. Maybe in animation or whatever it is, like whatever the field is.
Now nowadays, actually, society is actually started to accept. Like, okay, suppose somebody is saying you want to pursue your career in photography.
Yes.
Like actually, society started accepting it. In the earlier stage, it wasn't like that. Only doctor or engineer. Like
Yes.
actually, because of the society's acceptance, people started to run behind those two
I guess,
professions.
but that is also not in every society. Like very few
Yeah.
of them have started developing this. That okay, my child is liking this thing, so let him do that. Or like I was
Yeah.
not. I also struggled a lot and making this decision because my father was not supporting me at the time. But then now he is like, okay, do whatever you want to do, whatever interest you have, do that. Maybe the in
Yeah.
that way.
In coming years, I think it is going to be like whoever has any ability. It can be creative or
Yes,
anything.
skills.
So if you are sure that okay, you can shine in that particular field, you
Yeah.
should opt that one. So that is my advice to whoever is pursuing any career.
Yeah.
Like we should be 100% sure that we can shine in that particular path.
Yes.
So yeah.
Like
So
how do
otherwise,
you,
it is other. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, like it should be like that. Otherwise, it would be complete waste of time. We are running behind
Mm,
something else. Like, and after some time, definitely we will have to drop that,
yeah,
and eventually we'll come into that path.
yeah. So wherever our destiny is, we are going to go there anyways. But it will
Yeah,
waste a lot of time. That is the main thing. Time is very
yeah.
important. So like now, how do you manage your personal life as well as your work life? Like, is it hectic or you feel comfortable handling both of it?
For me personally, I'm exactly balanced. My work-life balance is good in this field, but usually it is not the case in animation field.
Yeah,
Usually, we have a lot of pressure.
yeah,
So I can tell you my case, how I manage stuff. So how can we put it? I don't take more intervals for coffee break, or it can be
yeah,
smoking break.
yes.
So those kind
Animation,
of breaks, yeah. If you are cutting that down,
yes,
like, and whenever you are in office, if you are cutting that down and you are completely focusing on your work, you can finish your work on time in 8 hours, and
yes,
you can leave office on time and reach office on time at 9 o'clock or whenever whatever the time it is.
yes.
Leave office on time. Sorry, come to office on time and leave on time. So it is possible actually. So I used to. I'm following this for the past 20 years.
What now I realize is like I used to follow this thing, but now I realize is your circle, your friend circle or your group, that also matters a lot in this case. Like if you have that positive people around you, then you can follow those things. But if there are certain sort of people around you, then might be you will be not be able to focus on the work more and do a lot of time pass stuff. And like I used to do that. So now I realize that I used to get a lot of time, and
Yeah,
the
seriously,
circle
it
matters a
happens
lot in
actually.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Like, that's the main thing actually. Like, if you are doing a lot of time pass, it only happens in India. It is Indian culture actually, believe me.
Yes.
Like, some of my friends are in Canada, like a lot of other Canadian studios, Australian studios. So I asked them, so how the things are, how the work culture, all that. So what they have told me, like, so nobody comes to anybody's uh,
Yes.
workplace.
Yes.
Like, everyone, all the foreigners, they will come and work their own work and they leave on time.
Mm.
So, but in India, like what I have seen is like we can see a lot of people in their friends desk, they will be chit chatting and all those things. So actually, that's actually eating up our time. So
All of
in the
time.
end, we will have to stretch. Yeah, in the end, we will have to stretch more just to finish our shots.
What I have also figured it out like when we work, then our friends will come and if they want to have the tea break, then they'll tell us as well that okay, I'm
Yeah,
having a tea break, come with me.
yeah,
Let's have a
yeah,
tea break. And if I'll say that okay, like I have a lot of work, I don't know how it's going to be finished, then they'll like, chill, just come and
yeah,
have some break. Then you will be refreshed. Then you can work more. So then,
yeah.
anyways, we'll have to leave the desk at that point of time. So then we get distracted.
Yeah, like there are some people, I don't know, like it's a person to person, their choice actually. Some people like to work at night. It is there.
Yes.
Like in this, especially in animation field, like some people likes to work after 8 o'clock. Their creativity
Mm.
opens up. I don't know.
Yes.
So they likes to work at night.
Yes.
So we cannot change. Like when I was a team lead, like I don't say anything to them because any which ways they are finishing their work on time. So
Mm.
even though it is working daytime or nighttime, they
Mm.
are finishing it with a required quality. So let them be like that, no problem. But the problem is like after marriage or something, all these are bachelors.
Mm.
So after marriage or something, like this kind of habit would affect them.
Yes. Then it's difficult to manage personal life and professional life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can share any of your animation shot, like one of the animation shot which we can talk about, and you can share some insights like how you did it or what you thought about it, or what was the thought process before starting that shot. What did you think about the shot? Like if you have
Okay.
any of the
Yeah.
animation shot you would like to share.
Yeah, I have one clip. I will show it to you. So before that, I will tell you how to approach a shot,
Yes,
especially
yes,
an acting shot.
yes,
So we need to shoot a reference video. Okay. So nowadays we have mobile phones. We can shoot it in that.
yes,
So one suggestion is like, don't take the very first five acting choices comes to your mind. Okay. So that would be very normal. So avoid that. Please avoid that. And after that, sixth one onwards, you can take different styles with the same audio and select the best one out of that one. Okay. And after that, it is like a very good actor may not be a good animator, and vice versa. Like a very good animator cannot, sometimes they don't act very well. So we can use our we can get the help of our friends as well, no problem. And some people, they are, if they are good at drawing, they can use thumbnails.
Mhm.
Only thing is one good thing about reference shoot is like we will get some minor movements, hand movements or weight shift, all these things
Yes,
we will get it from that reference shoot.
yes,
Okay. So that thing we need to import it to our Maya in a plane. We will import that video, and on top of that thing we will animate it. So that is the normal way. And like if it is an acting shot, a thinking process is very important. So in the usually juniors don't do that. Suppose one character is talking, so usually we will have some gaps in between the dialogue. So that time we need to use for, the character to think, especially eyes. We need to give proper eye dart. So we do eye darts while thinking. Something is, if something is going in our head, so we tend to do eye darts. Suppose it's a phone call shot. So even though when we are listening, also our eyes will dart here and there. So that means that something is listening and thinking in our head, right?
yes,
So eyes are very important. So usually when somebody is watching a movie, especially children, they will tend to look at the eyes of the character and lips. That's it. So this body language and everything, we are actually putting so much effort, but still eyes and lips, that's our two areas the
mm,
children used to usually look at. Okay, so this is the thing. Eyes are very important. There is one more tip, like if you are doing eye dart, it should be in one frame. Don't give ease in, ease out, nothing. It should be moving in one frame. So if it is from place A to
mm,
B, and again it shouldn't come back to A. It should go to another place C. So it will move in a triangle,
mm.
and each time the eye should stay in the new positions for at least 8 frames. Then only that eye dart 8 frames.
Okay.
So then only that eye dart will work. Okay. So there are other things also. If you are talking about the eyes, like if we are thinking about some images, we tend to look towards right corner. Okay. Suppose I'm asking somebody to think about your mom. They will they will look towards screen right.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm asking some, think about a purple elephant, something which is, we have to create it, right?
Yes.
That time we will be thinking towards screen left, this side, top. Okay.
Mm.
So there are each areas when we are thinking. Suppose I'm asking you to think about the sound of your father. We know that very much familiar. So we tend to look towards this side. We will think like this. And I'm asking you to think about a high pitched volume, high pitched sound, some sound. Then we think, tend to look towards this side, sideways, left, screen left, not up, exactly left. So because we are constructing a voice in our mind, right? It's a voice. Voice would be in our straight line. Images would be on top line, left and right. And down, if you are looking down this side, that means like some emotions, it can be touch, it can be smell, something. That would come this side, down right side. And left side should be something that is sorry. There is confusion. It should be emotions and everything should be screen left. Right side should be internal monologue. If you are thinking something, if you are looking inside our mind, so that should be, then the character would look down right side.
Characters right.
So characters right.
Yeah.
So this is how the policemen when they are questioning something. If you are looking towards this side, that means we are constructing something inside our head. That means we are lying. Okay, this is a body language thing. So if you are lying, that means we would be looking towards left, top left, or our left side. Those areas, actually, we are constructing something. Okay, so this is the difference between lying and normally, if you are normally saying something, we would tend to look this side. So there are a lot of things about eyes. So we have a lot of these kind of classes available in YouTube. So we can refer that. Okay. So after this, okay. So we need to take care of eyes especially, and like we need to give time for thinking before delivering a dialogue. We need to give enough time. So I will show you that particular shot. After that, I will explain. Can you see this?
Yes. The sound is.
Can you hear the audio?
No, just play the shot. No.
She says, "I'm so sorry, Lizzie." The dialogue starts from here only. So what I have done is like in the starting part, she is about to say something. I opened the mouth in that area, and she is about to say something. And again, she is looking down over here. And given one eye dart, she's thinking before telling that sorry. And she delivered the dialogue. So that single look down actually gives her thought process, gives the idea, like what is she thinking, because she is going to apologize. So she says like, "I'm so sorry, Lizzie." So before apologizing, that one look down is actually helping. Okay. Yeah, so this is what I meant. So eyes can tell a lot of stories. So we need to really use the eyes, and just to tell this internal monologue or whatever, what the character is thinking. So that helps a lot. Like even though it can be any kind of show, it can be a simple show, it can be a movie, or whatever it is. So it will help us to build the characterization. So we should all try that out.
The corrections which we get from the directors, the supervisors, and applying those corrections positively, that is the main thing. Like anybody can be a good animator. Like if we take that feedback positively.
Correct.
If we be stubborn, then fine, go home.
Yeah, we should be like, even if we are a senior animator, I would suggest like we should be open to hear, like we can learn anything on an everyday basis.
Yeah.
We would be learning something from others.
Yes. So what did you see common in the fresher animators or the beginners, like whoever comes into animation like new, suppose he's having 1 year experience or might be he's a fresher. So what kind of problems which are common among everybody you see, like what are those common set of problems?
I can say like most of the people, like first of all, we need to have some inclination towards art or some creative thing. Like it shouldn't be like, okay, everybody is going. My friend went into animation field. I'm also going. So it shouldn't be like that, first of all. Or I didn't get any other like job coming into animation field.
I did the
It
same
should,
thing.
yeah.
I
So
was
it
so
shouldn't be like,
frustrated. Like I dropped off from engineering and I lost 1 year. So I wasted 1 year. So then I was like, I don't want to waste my next year. I want to do something. So
okay,
suddenly I did not know I was like going into the mall, and one of my school friend met me in the mall. So he told me that he's doing animation, and he told me that okay, you can also come and just check it, because there was a referral amount of money given to whoever refers a
okay,
student.
yeah,
So he referred me, and I was like, I went to the institute and saw, and just by looking at the interior and everything, so I was like, no, I want to do this. Anyways, I'm wasting 1 year, so why do I waste one more year? Maybe now I know that my inclination is towards arts. Might be if that would have been understood earlier, then I would have been focusing more on animation. Like the mindset would have been changed at that point of time.
yeah.
So this is,
When I came into this field, even I was new to this field. I didn't know much about animation,
yeah,
but I can say that I put a lot of effort to understand this field, filmmaking, and all those things. Then gradually I got that interest in this field. Like it's almost like filmmaking.
mm,
So I was into like I was more interested in filmmaking. So it is same, right? So we get all the practical, sorry, theoretical knowledge, everything from animation field.
yes,
I'm talking about live action filmmaking.
yeah,
Okay.
got it. Yes.
Okay. So we will get all the theoretical knowledge from animation, but so all the, yeah, on field we won't get it. We will have to take one camera and go out. We will have to
Yes,
shoot it to get
yes,
that experience. Yeah.
yes.
So
Like I was talking
that is
about,
there. And for the juniors, I will start it from resume. So one thing I have noticed, like when they are sending the resume, they will make a lot of colorful resumes with their photos and all those things. They will send it as an image, JPG.
mm,
That is wrong, actually, because in that resume, we should keep our portfolio link. Okay. So in a studio, in a big studios, actually there would be a lot of resumes coming on a daily basis.
yeah,
So when they are opening your resume, they would just try to click on the link. If it is not working, they will just move to the next one. Okay. So don't try to waste your time making this. So what to say, too much of photos and all those things. Just keep it very simple. It should be in a, it can be notepad or like keep it very normal in a white plain sheet, right? But it should be neat, readable, correct font size and all those things. But you make a link properly for your portfolios, phone numbers, email, or everything. You make a link properly so that in one click, it should be easier for the person to review. Okay, so that should be the motto. And nobody is interested about your photo or how colorful it is. It is not at all important. That is about a resume and the portfolio thing. Like portfolio should be maximum 2 minutes. Even it is applicable for the seniors also. Like in the and you we should keep the best of best shots. Like we are showcasing ourselves, right?
yes,
So we should keep only the best shot, only the best shots. Like if you are doubtful about at any one shot, please remove it, because even though it is 2 minutes, in the very first shot itself, the reviewer will come to know what is your capacity. Okay, so try to avoid walk cycle or all those common things which we are doing in our practice sessions. Try to do some acting shots,
yes,
and it can be one shot also. no problem. But it should be something like acting shot. Don't do walk cycles or jump, those kind of things. So that gives a very crude impression. Like, okay, he's very much fresher. Okay, if you are a junior animator, means you should be able to do some acting shots.
Because mostly students are practicing walk cycle, run cycle, jump, and all those things. So they are not knowing what they should practice that will improve their animation. They are not knowing this. Like, I also suggest them to do acting shots. Wherever you start, whatever would be the acting, start from basic acting, very basic. Then
they can copy. They can take one acting shot from any good movie, Pixar movies, any short clip, and try to replicate that. No problem.
Yes.
But try to replicate that. It can be frame by frame. You can copy it. No problem.
Yes.
But you should be able to replicate that thing.
Yes. That gives a lot of idea about animation as well. Like just copying also, we learn a lot of things.
Correct.
Yes.
So we are actually frame by frame. Like it is same like, okay, one Michelangelo's painting, we are copying it. So in the end, it is after doing it, like at least we can reach Michelangelo's level, right? At least like somewhere nearby. Yes. Same like that. You take one Pixar shot, frame by frame, you copy it. Then to an extent, if we can achieve it, it's great.
Yes. So like this is the thing you would suggest that in the showreel, they should most be focusing on the acting shots or not like jump or walk cycle or run cycle, or that is just for practice thing.
Yeah, like this is something which is very common, which I'm seeing in freshers portfolios. Yeah. So like if you're sending it, you are going to be very common, like nothing, you won't get noticed.
What if like there is something interesting in that walk cycle or that run? Like if it is an advanced walk cycle or might be having some mood or showing the character, not a simple walk, but some character is there in the walk.
Yeah, it is good. I'm not completely saying that you shouldn't do that.
Yes.
But I told you the problem. Okay, 100 portfolios are there.
Yes.
Mostly 70% of the portfolio, 70 out of 100, 70 would be walk cycle or a jump from one place to another. Yes. Like so, there is nothing that interesting. But we will come to know. Okay, if this particular artist is really good in animation, that we will get to know. But what I'm suggesting is like to make your portfolio more interesting and noticeable, you need to select one acting choice. It can be copied, no problem.
Thank you for sharing that. That will add a lot of value to the new beginners. Like they are very much confused about this. That what should be there in the showreel. Like I was also confused. What should I put in my showreel? So I also had walk cycle, run cycle, but I had some short like which was quite lengthy. It was a run only, but there were a lot of actions in the run. So maybe it was better than just a run. So
okay, so yes. Another example, like nowadays VFX is booming. Like we are getting a lot of VFX jobs also. Yes. Like if you open LinkedIn, we can see a lot of tigers walking. You might have noticed that.
Now I
like
see
tiger.
suddenly shifted to VFX.
Yeah, like say. So what I'm trying to say, everybody is trying tiger only. So like, what I'm trying to say is like suddenly if you are trying a dog, okay, you will get noticed suddenly. It can be a deer or a dog, or it can be any other thing. And right now we can see only dragons and tigers.
Yes,
so other than this,
I see dragons and tigers. But suddenly it has been a boom. Like every profile I see the same videos scrolling down on LinkedIn. Like like everybody is into. I know that everybody is learning that CAW. Everybody is going into CAW.
Yeah.
Correct. Creature animation workshop. So yes, many of my colleagues and my friends as well are joining that, and everybody is learning quadruped. So like quadruped is like if you talk about VFX is quite different. Animating a CG quadruped is fine, okay, but into VFX we have to be more real.
Yeah.
Adding that much of details is like really, I don't know how they do, but yes, it looks quite
Personally, if you ask me, I would say it is a boring job uh, compared to it is much more creative series or a CG
yeah,
what we are doing right
the
now. It is
freedom.
much more creative. So other one is what we are doing is like frame by frame we are copying.
Yeah.
We will take a real we will take a real shoot of a tiger or something.
Mm.
Frame by frame, we are actually matching it. It is kind of a roto.
Yeah.
So maybe one or two shot it's fine. But after some time, if you are going to live your life in that, after some time, like for me, it is a boring job. Yeah, it is my personal thing.
Yeah, but like if you talk about creatures, then like if it is okay, if it is a real character like tiger or whoever it is, but if suppose they are dragons or suppose we have seen Venom, so those
Hmm.
kind of characters we can add a lot of creativity into those characters, right? Because that would
Yeah,
not be
but
auto
no,
act.
but VFX will not work without a reference shoot.
Yes, that is for sure.
Real footage will be there, and on top of that thing, we are actually kind of a roto, like
Yeah.
frame by frame, we are copying that particular footage.
Yes. Yes.
So there is not much creativity. We cannot say that is a very creative job, but it's a skilled labor, we can say.
Yeah. The CG
But it
will
is
have.
also booming. It is also booming, and we will get like within a span of suppose in 1 year, somebody who is working in series, they will get their name only in one show. But whoever is working in the VFX field, at least they can work 2 to 3 films, three at least 2 to 3 films. So in IMDb, their name will be there in 3 films.
Yeah.
So in that way, it is good, and they can and lot of work, a lot of opportunities also there. Like they can go abroad, like Canada and all, like lot of opportunities for VFX.
Yeah. So like if we talk about the mindset or the thought process of an animator, like whoever comes to into animation as a career, so
Hmm.
what should be the thought process behind choosing that career?
I told you earlier, right? So
Yeah.
basically, we need
More
to
like
have
what you would like to talk
we
about certification thing, like
I don't believe in certification. Like seriously, like it would be always better if you are studying, if you are getting guidance from an experience, industry experienced artist. If you can, if you know someone, you try to learn from that particular person if he's ready to teach you. Otherwise, there is no other option. Like we will have to go to any other institute and get it done. Usually, what happens like in the institute, they will teach you everything from modeling to texturing,
yeah,
like animation,
yeah,
lighting, texturing, everything. So
everything.
actually, we are wasting our time over there. In the end,
Yeah.
yeah, we almost 1 or 2 year we are actually wasting over there.
Yes.
And from the starting, in the starting onwards, if you have a clear idea that okay, you are going to be an animator or you are going to be a lighter, focus only on that. Within a 6 months of time, you can brush up your skills and you can start to apply somewhere.
Absolutely. Like I am trying to do that thing only, and I am focusing on giving that clarity to students that you don't need to learn everything at the beginning. Now they are not understanding, like they don't have that awareness also about the career, like is it required or not. But if we talk about the parents also, they'll think that even if the fees is around 2.5 3 lakhs, but they'll think like they are teaching so many things, so that would help.
Yeah,
But exactly it is not the case. Anyways, you will have to master one skill at the end of the this course. So
correct.
at the end of the course also, for mastering that, you will just get 4 months or 5 months. And I don't think that that is much valuable. Or if we talk about going to the advanced level, but that is not the basic level as well.
Yeah, like again, I would suggest like from the institutes. Actually, they are also don't. It seems like whoever is teaching over there, they don't have also much industry experience. So
Yeah.
that is why I suggested if you get some classes or something from industry veterans,
Mm.
like it would be really help you, and because they know that how the things works in inside a studio, like what are the things needed, what are the things area we need to specialize in.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
I always suggest to learn from somebody who is already working in this field.
Yeah, because anyways, if they want to become an animator, like one of the problem is that they also don't know whether they want to become an animator or lighter or whatever it is. The domain
Yeah,
knowledge
yeah,
is not there. So
that's
that
true.
is why one more problem is there, that they don't know. Like I have published my ebook on Amazon about
Hmm.
3D animation. So I
Okay,
just wrote everything into a book format, and I published. The name of the book is The Life of 3D Animation. So I published the
okay,
book for giving the beginners an idea about 3D animation. What is it? So I've mentioned all the processes right from the pre-production, right from the thought basis. When the thought comes
okay,
and you get that movie out rendered. So I've explained very
okay,
simply, I've explained the processes of 3D animation so that if they read it once, or I've shared some images as well to get an idea about the process or what is the process, how it is. Okay, this is. So then they will get an idea, okay, this is the thing. And I also share my thought about it. Like what I have figured it out is, if there are two ways, like if you want to find it out which which is the main domain for you, correct domain for you, then I have figured it out that either you should think what is the main thing you like in animated movies. Like if you see an animated
yeah,
movie, what do you feel great about it? The movement, or the colors, or the backgrounds, or the models? That will define what are you more interested in. If you're more interested in the characters, then
correct,
you will go, then you should go for modeling. Whatever is the
correct,
process that would give you more interest in creating that. So
correct.
that way we can find it. Or if you don't know the process, then you can learn the basic of the processes so that you can find it out
No,
which
like
process is most connecting to you.
definitely we will have an idea like our where our interests are. Like if you are very much interested in photography, definitely you should select lighting, because lighter's job is kind of a cinematographer. If you like acting or creating life, you should select animation,
Yeah,
because basically animators number would be needed more in a
yeah,
company.
yeah.
Okay, if it so job opportunity wise also animator selecting animation is
Yes. I
better
thought the same way.
actually.
I
Yeah,
thought the same way. When I was a beginner. So I was like, I
yeah,
will never run out of job. So that is why I'll choose
yeah,
animation.
yeah. In a way, that's true actually. And
Yeah,
one more thing I can say, like, okay, you started your career as an animator. After some time, you came to know that okay, scripting is better or rigging is better than
yeah,
animation. We can switch. Definitely, we can in our
yeah.
spare time we can study that thing. We can switch, because since we
Absolutely.
are already in the field, it is very easy for us to get a job, or
Yeah,
switching is very easy, very
yeah,
easy.
yeah.
So in that way, like that is good.
And what do you think about the awareness? Like, if we talk about the other sectors like IT sector or the finance sector, so about animation, what do you think that how many people know exactly about this career, or most of the
Uh,
people are aware or unaware about this career?
Nowadays, everybody knows about animation. Like at least we talk about somebody. Okay, I'm in animation field. They know that at least. Okay, it's about cartoons or all those things. So, okay, there was a joke. Like I told somebody that I'm working in Prana Animation Studio in
Mm,
2005. So they heard it like Prana Lamination Studio. So
mhm.
they have never, yeah, they are thinking like it's lamination, not animation. They have never heard about animation. So,
Yeah,
but the things are changed now. So everybody knows about animation nowadays. Everybody knows that it's a well-paid industry. So
yeah,
in
but
that way,
uh,
it is good. Yeah,
what I feel now also is like they know animation is equal to cartoons, but
yeah,
career point of view, I still think that parents are not aware about this career. See, because parents are not aware, they don't support their children,
Okay.
and
Uh,
children
yeah,
also.
I would say this thing like for fine art, like even still now, parents won't support children to go for pursue their career in fine art.
Yeah,
So they think that there is only either painting or sculpting. So they have no clue about this applied art.
yeah,
Okay, applied arts gives a very wide opportunity for the artists. Like they can come to our advertisement field, all those
yeah,
things. So
yeah,
it's a very well paid industry.
yeah.
So same like that,
Mm.
animation is also like that. It's a very well paid industry. If you are really good artist, definitely you will get very well paid, very well paid within 3 to 4 years time.
Yeah,
So I can sure that next 5 years is going to be really good for animation in India.
yeah. That's what
It is
I.
100% sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is 100% sure. And lot of after COVID, I'm damn sure because of COVID. Like till now, we had no clue that animators can work from home. But
yeah,
because of COVID,
absolutely.
we are forced. Yeah, we are forced to work from home, and we started to getting work from Canada or abroad. A lot of work we are getting, and people can work from here. Like no need to, not even like no need to go to the company also. So
Yeah,
we will get the abroad salary over here in India.
yeah,
So yeah, the system has changed a lot. So
yeah. Actually, like I see myself like I did not sit even like I sat around 1 week or so. Like when the complete lockdown happened, I just there were only 3 to 4 days where I did not work. The rest of the days, the work was there. Like they just took 3 to 4 days to get everything online, work from home.
okay,
So the team worked, the studio team worked, and everybody was at home working. So there was a little bit deduction in the salary, but then okay, fine. Like nobody is earning, and we are at least getting the work. That is a great thing at this point of time. Like in this crisis moment, also when animation is like getting you paid.
yeah.
So, anyways, this is a really good industry. Like in future, it would be
Yeah, like
really great.
oh, one more thing I forgot to tell that like there are a lot of departments, rigging, animation,
Yeah.
lighting, other departments. So
Mm.
rest of the departments within a year or year and a half, we can actually skill like we can up our skills. Like if we work hard, within 1.5 years, we will be able to work in a movie. But for animation, it is not like that. We need to put a lot of hard work. At least it will take 3 years. Minimum 3 years it will take if you are working really hard.
Mm.
Because animation is kind of like it can be done. It is not that technical. It is more of a creative compared to other departments. It is more creative.
Mm.
So because of the same reason, like it's up to you. Like if you are more creative and hardworking, like within 3 years of time, you can be in a very good position.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like this, I was talking about like, do you feel any gap between the, that's what you shared, I guess now, that there is a gap between the learning thing, like people, students don't know and they start learning everything, modeling, texturing and everything,
yeah,
and then they waste their time, whatever it is, the 3 years
correct,
of course is there. So almost like, I think almost 2 years are waste
correct.
because most of the things which we don't even have any value for that now. I have forgotten everything. See, all the softwares we learn. So at the
Yeah,
end, we are working on a specific domain. So then everything will be out of the topic. Most of the time, we will be
yeah,
spending in workplace and improvising on that one skill. So then everything will run out of head.
correct.
I also feel that it is not necessary to learn everything, just one thing, and that should be sure that okay, I want to pursue the career in this particular domain. So then we can focus on that specific thing more.
Yeah.
Like what else you would like to speak, like if the students are watching this, then what else would you like to share from your end, which would help them in some or the other?
Nothing like future is bright as of now. Like whoever wants to come to this field, always welcome. Like if you are really creative and all, definitely like there is a lot of space for there is a lot of openings right now. As of today, I know there are a lot of openings.
Yeah.
So it will continue for the next 5 years. I can guarantee you that.
Mm.
So if you really like this field, if you like filmmaking, so definitely please come to this field. Yeah.
Absolutely. The scope is
Yeah.
really, really great in animation, and I would like to tell everybody, like the parents as well, that they should not fear about this career, and if their child or whoever is interested in animation, then definitely they should support them in learning the thing.
Yeah. So I told you, right? I've been in this industry for 20 years. So for the past 20 years, there's not even a single gap in between. So I've been working in good, one of the best companies. I had worked in Toons Animation. After that, I went to Prana. I was there for 5 years. After that, I went to Technicolor. I was there for almost 12 years. And now I moved to Nickelodeon dedicated unit. Yeah. So this is
Again,
my
as
experience. So like definitely we will get back-to-back job if you are excellent in your field.
yeah, that is what I also have figured out, that yes, there are a lot of jobs like in animation. If you talk about as an animator, I'm talking about. Anyways, there is a lot of need of animators in a
Yeah.
particular project. That is why animators will always be what I can say in more in demand, because
Yeah. Actually, then in the current scenario, like animators are in demand actually.
yeah,
Actually, their salaries are actually really good. Like we can compare it to a software engineer. Actually, we can compare it to them with
yeah,
them.
and for that we just have to work. Like if we learn from the correct person, we just need 1 year to clear out the fundamentals and everything, and we can jump onto some or the other studio, because anyways the learning will be more in the studio, not
Yeah. Nowadays, it is a culture. Like it became a culture. Like once they have learned something after 2 years or something, they will jump to another company. Like I suggest they should do that. It's a part of learning. Like they should be experiencing different styles of projects and everything. If it's a really big company and they have opportunity to work in a different project, they can stick to that company, no problem.
mm,
But otherwise, they should be trying that. So that would help them to grow their salary also, like
yeah,
for a
yeah,
better hike.
yeah.
Better hike every 3 or 4 years they should
Mm.
try a jump.
Thank you so much for sharing your valuable time and sharing all these insights and knowledge and your experience as
Yeah,
well. It was really
thank
nice
you.
talking to you, and I hope that we'll stay connected as well in the future.
Sure.
Sure. So thank you so
Thank you
much.
for calling me. Thank you for calling me. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.